So to the
Right.
computer. And how's everybody doing? Tell me a good story. Who did something really cool today? Did anybody do anything really cool? Valerie, what did you do today? I know you were playing piano this morning because I heard you playing piano this morning. How about you, Alice?
How did you do that?
Piano and the violin.
Wait, you played the piano and the violin in one day? That's amazing. How about you, Larry? What did you do today?
Violin and piano.
Really?
I
And
play my violin.
really? Oh my God. And what about you, Stella?
I also played piano this morning. I also went on a walk.
Oh my gosh, that is so much fun. How do you know how far you walked?
Well, it was a short walk.
A short walk. So one thing that I love to do, Stella, is when I walk, I like to have my steps counted. Do you know that you can do that? Like if your mom or dad has a cell phone, they can track your steps, and it's really, really cool. So I went on a 2-hour paddleboard today in a place called Orleans, and it was a lot of fun. So I want to ask you guys a question. Can everybody see the squares on my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I want to ask you, how do we, oh, and do you guys know how to name a square? Like if I see a square, how would I name it? Do you know how to name a square? Like if I draw you a square and I'm gonna try to name this square. So this square here, how would you name that square? Who wants to take a try? Go ahead, Larry.
A window.
Ooh, I love that. But let me ask you a question. Would this rectangle be different than the first rectangle? How is rectangle number 1 different than rectangle number 2? Can anybody tell me? Go ahead, Alice.
The number 2 one was a little longer, and the number 1 was a little shorter.
I agree. And Valerie, how do you think you would actually name this first one? If you had to give this one a name, what name would you give it? What do you think, Stella? Would you guys like to hear how Mr. Kramer names that's rectangle? Are you ready? I name it a 2x2 square. Do you agree that this is 2 squares on the one dimension and 2 squares on the other dimension? Do you guys see that? So who could think of naming this one here? If the number 1 rectangle is a 2x2, how would you name this rectangle here? Stella?
3x3.
Well, a 3x3 would have to look like this guy, and that would be a 3x3 because it's 3 across and 3 up. How would you name this guy? He's a little bit different. Go ahead, Alice.
3x2.
I agree. This is a 3x2 because it's 2 going across and 3 going up. So now, nobody yell it out. How are we going to name that square right there? It has a very special name. And Valerie, you should be counting right now. So should you, Larry, and Stella, and Alice.
1, 2,
8 by 8.
Don't say it out loud. Not yet.
4, 5.
So who wants to name it? Raise your hand if you want to name that square. It's got a really cool name. I know Stella wants to name it. How about you, Valerie? Did you come up with it yet? All right, let's name it, guys. On 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
8 by 8.
Yes.
8.
Everybody write down 8 by 8. Everybody write down 8 by 8. Now, Valerie, I saw you counting the squares. Did you count how many of these squares are on this guy? I can't hear you, Valerie. Were you able to count that?
Yes.
And how many did you come up with? If you had to add 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, 8 times, who knows how many squares are on a chessboard? All right. Okay, Stella, what do you think?
64.
And how did you come up with that, honey? How did you arrive at 64?
I just did 8 by 8.
Yeah, but most people have a strategy. You have to explain kind of how you came up with 64. Because if I looked at this one, and this one is a 3 by 3, I would have to count by threes, maybe 3 plus 3 plus 3, and that would be how many? Does anybody know how many would be in a 3 by 3 by 3? Go ahead, Valerie.
9.
Yes. So a 3 by 3 has 9 square units. And Stella, I am very, very excited because you are correct. There are 64 of these squares on an 8 by 8 chessboard. So if you go to page 7 in your packet, everybody go to page 7 in their packet. And we're going to look at a 1 by 1 square. And this is actually called a 1 by 1 square. 1 by 1. And there are 64 of those. Now, how many of you think you could count by 2 all the way to 64? Do you guys think you're good at counting by 2s? Would you like to take a journey? Raise your hand if you want to take a journey with Mr. Kramer, counting by 2s. Alice is in. How about you, Stella? Stella's in. How about Larry's in? And Valerie's in. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, by the way, somebody has noise in the background where they are. If they have noise, maybe they could mute themselves or go to a quiet place. But are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. 2,
2,
4,
4, 6, 8,
9,
10,
12,
14,
14.
16,
Now, wait a minute. Hold on a second. So if the first row was 8 and the second row is 16, let's do a third row. And by the way, what color would you guys like to do? You get to pick the color. Go ahead, Larry.
Green.
Green, you mean like a lighter green?
Yeah.
All right, let's do a lighter green. Come on. We've got 16. Go.
17.
No. 2 more is
18,
18. Come on now.
20,
Come on, Valerie.
22,
22.
24,
Wait, stop right there.
26.
Stop right there. So what we're going to do is we're now going to record. We have 24, which is 3 8s. Are you ready? Who's going to pick the next color? Go ahead, Alice.
Blue.
Blue it is. Let's go. Come on. 26. Come on, Valerie. 28.
20.
30. 32. Oh, hold on a second. 32. Stella, you pick the next color.
Black.
Black. I love it. 34. 36. 38.
38.
And
40.
40. So guys, we already have 5 8s. We already have 5 8s. Now let's keep going. Wait, here we go. All right. Who's got the next color? Valerie, you got the next color.
Pink.
Oh man, you picked one of my favorite colors. 42, 44, 46, 40. Oh, wait, we have to record it. 48. Now, Larry, you get to pick the next color.
Red.
Oh man, you picked one of my favorite colors. Come on. 50, 52,
52, 54,
56. Oh my God, that is 7 8s. 56. And Alice, you picked the next color.
purple,
Oh, I knew you were going to pick purple. I knew it. I could have told you that. So 58. Come on.
8,
60,
50,
62,
2.
and 64. By the way, guys, was Stella right about 64? Yeah, I think she was. Pretty amazing stuff. So now, here's what I want to do. I'm going to clone that page, and I'm going to erase. Wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I'm going to erase all of these because I have something else I want to ask you. How many squares of a different size are on this chessboard? So we know that there are 64 1x1s. But what if I were to say how many 8x8 squares are there on a chessboard? How many of these squares do you see? Is there only one? So why don't you guys put next to the 8x8, let's put 1. Put the number 1 under the 8x8. Now, I am going to ask you a very, very difficult question. And that is, how many squares of 7 by 7 are there? Are you guys ready to count with me? Let's do it. Go. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
and
4.
next to the 7 by 7, everybody write a 4. Because there are 4 7 by 7 squares on a chessboard. Now, every one that we do from now on is going to be a little bit harder. Are you ready for a big challenge? Now we're going to do 6 by 6. Everybody count with me. Are you ready? Here we go. 1,
1, 2,
2. Now, not everybody's looking at the screen. Valerie, I want you to be looking at the screen, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's do it again. Ready? 1.
6,
Help me go. 1,
1,
2.
1,
No,
2,
that's 1. That's 2.
1,
That's 3.
3,
That's 4.
4,
That's 5.
5,
6,
6,
7, 8, and 9. Huh. There are 9. And so across from the 6 by 6, I want you guys to write a 9. Now, who thinks they know how many squares there will be that are the size 5 by 5? I'm going to draw it right here. That's a 5 by 5 square. How many do you think there are on the chessboard? Who has an idea? If there's 1 8 by 8 and 4 7 by 7s and 9 6 by 6s, what do you think about the 5 by 5s? What do you think about that? Does anybody want to make a guess? All right, go for it, Stella.
25,
Ooh, guess what, Stella? I'm going to write down the number 25, and that number is going to be really, really important in just a few minutes. Now, why did you say 25?
because I kind of did 5 times 5.
Wait a minute. Can everybody please count by 5s with me? Go. 5. Come on. 10.
And
15. 20.
5,
25. And so there are 25 squares in a 5 by 5. Now, Stella, that was really, really cool. You sound like you really know your square numbers. But here's what I want to show you guys. Are you ready? Let's count how many 5 by 5s. You ready? 1, 2, 3,
3,
and 4,
4,
and 5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7, 8, 9,
10,
10,
11,
11,
12,
12,
13, 13,
13,
14, and 15,
15,
and
16.
everybody write down 16. There are exactly 16. Now, did everybody line up their 6, 9, 4, and 1? Because the 6, 9, 4, and 1 are in the ones place in each of these numbers. You don't want to line up this 1 because that's in the tens place. He gets lined up with the 6 from 64 because that means 6 tens. So does everybody have all these numbers written down? Yes? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. All right. Now, guess what? Stella, remember I told you that number 25 was going to be important? Are you ready? We're now going to count how many 4x4s there are. Are you ready? Here we go. Ready, go. We're going to count fast this time. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4,
Do it again. Ready? 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
4,
4, 5.
5.
And wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do you think there's 5x5 of these? And do you remember that Stella said that 5x5 was 25? Everybody write down 25 next to the 4x4s. And I have to tell you that the next one is the same number of squares on a 6x6 board. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the 3x3 and we're gonna count really, really fast. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Everybody take a journey with me. You ready? Go. 1. Come on.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
7, 8,
8,
9, 10,
9,
11,
10, 11,
12,
12,
13,
13, 14,
15,
15, 16,
17,
17,
18,
18,
19,
19,
20,
20,
21,
21,
22,
22,
23,
23,
24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. Uh-oh, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and guess what, guys? There are 36 3x3s. And the last number I want you guys to write down is the number 49. Everybody write down the number 49. There are 49 2x2s. Now, does everybody have these numbers written down on their page 7? If you do, raise your hand. Okay, now, we're gonna do something special. How you doing, man? I'm gonna take these numbers and I am going to put them on a different page. And we are going to add those numbers. Are you ready? And what I want you guys to do, we're good, is I want you guys to put a plus sign next to the number 1, please. Put a plus sign next to the number 1. All right, here we go, guys. Put an underline under the number 1. You got that? Now, I want you to look at the ones column. Who can find friendly numbers in this ones column? So friendly numbers are numbers that add up to 10. So when you're looking at the ones column, do you see friendly numbers that make 10? And if you do, raise your hand, and I'm going to call on every one of you. So, Valerie, I really want you, Valerie, to look at these numbers. We have 4, 9, 6, 5, 6, 9, 4, and 1. Who thinks they see 2 numbers that add up to 10? Hey, Larry, do you see numbers that add up to 10? I know that Stella does. Valerie, I don't really see you looking at the numbers. So it would be great. And I see Alice thinking about it. So I'm going to start with you, Larry. Larry, what do you see, Larry, in terms of 2 numbers that add up to 10 here in the ones? Go ahead, Larry. And Valerie, if you have one, you can help out. Valerie, do you see any numbers that make 10? How about you, Alice?
9 plus 1.
Of course. Everybody do this. Everybody put a little arrow to the 9 and the 1, and then write down a 10 and circle it. Because 9 and 1, and Valerie, you have to pick up your pencil in order to write it. So pick up that pencil and write and make a bracket next to the 9 and 1. Because 9 plus 1 equals 10. Now, who sees another friendly 10? And how about you, Stella?
4 plus 6.
Uh-oh, I love it. Everybody do it. Put the arrows next to the 4 and the 6 and put another 10 and circle it. And Valerie, make sure you do that, honey. You got to pick up your pencil and you've got to make brackets with 6 and 4, which make 10. All right. Now, who sees another friendly 10? I think I only see one more. And it's going to be really, really fun to count these numbers. Alice, what do you see, honey?
4 and 9.
Well, let's try to add 4 plus 9. How many people know what 4 plus 9 is? Does 4 plus 9 equal 10? If 9 plus 1 equals 10, then wouldn't 4 plus 9 be more than 10, Alice? So, who thinks they know how to make another 10? Larry, why don't you focus, Larry, why don't you focus right here on the screen and see if you could find another friendly 10. All right, Stella, go for it.
4 plus 6 again.
Guys, don't you see another 4 plus 6? It's right up at the top. And that makes another 10. Now, everybody right now, I want you to connect the remaining two numbers, which are 9 and 5. So everybody look at 9 and 5. Don't say it out loud. Make a circle and put the sum of 9 plus 5 in that circle. And when you have it, raise your hand. So I know that if you've done 9 plus 5, that you'll have it. So Alice has it, Valerie has it, Larry has it. So Valerie, can you unmute yourself, honey? Because you're muted. So if I call on you, I won't be able to hear you. Okay, now I can. Valerie, can you tell me what the answer is?
14.
Wow. Everybody give her a round of applause. That was the hardest one. Now, everybody start with 14. Are you ready? Say 14.
14.
Add 10 to that. What do you get? 24. Add 10 to
24.
that. 34.
34.
Add 10 to that. 44. Let's try it another way. Who can add with me 10 plus 10 plus 10? Anybody know 10 plus 10 plus 10? Come on. On 3. 1, 2, 3. It is 30.
30.
And if I add 30 plus 14, everybody watch this. 0 plus 4 is the ones. What do you get? Come on. 0 plus 4 is what? It's 4. And Larry, what about 3 plus 1?
31.
What did you get, Larry?
I said 31.
Well, if you add 3 plus 1, 3 tens plus 1 10, what is 3 plus 1, Larry?
4.
Excellent. Now, everybody say 44 out loud.
44.
4.
And I want you to write the 4 in the ones column, and I want you to regroup the 40 in the tens column. Everybody put a 4 on the top of the tens column, and please circle it. Now, we have to add the remaining numbers in the tens column. Who can do that with me? Who can find a friendly 10 in this column right here? So I'm looking to add the numbers 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Who sees a friendly 10? Valerie, go. What do you see, Valerie?
4
Did you say?
plus 6.
Wow. Everybody write that down right now. Put little arrows next to 4 plus 6 and write a 10 right now. Everybody do that. Now, what happens when we add 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1? Raise your hand if you know what happens when we add 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. It's one of my favorite sums of numbers. I know Valerie's got her hand up, Stella does. And Valerie, unmute yourself, honey, so I can hear you. Okay? Okay, say it, guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
10. 10.
And who knows what 10 plus 10 is? And what is 10
20.
plus 10? Say it out loud. And write it down. And what is this total number, everybody? Say it out.
204.
Oh my God. Everyone, there are 204 squares on a chessboard. Now, these numbers are very, very special. And I'm going to show you why they're so special. If I look at a 1 by 1 square, how many do you see there? How many 1 by 1s are there? Isn't there just one? So go to page 9. Yes, Larry. Yes, Larry.
I'm stretching.
Oh, you're just stretching? Okay. How many squares are there on a 2 by 2? Come on, how many squares are there on a 2 by 2? 2 and 2 make what, guys?
4.
4.
How many squares are there on a 3 by 3? Go ahead, Larry. 9. How many squares are there on a 4 by 4? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. And I heard somebody say 16. Now, I'm not sure that that's correct. Can you guys help me? Ready, go. 4, 8. Come on, help me out. 12. 4 more is, come on, say it out loud. 16. Let's do it again. Are you ready? We're counting by 4s. Go. 4, 8, 12, and 16. Very, very nice. Now, nobody call it out. How many squares are on a 5 by 5? So how many 5s are there? Everybody say it. 5, 5, 10, 15, 20.
25.
That is right. So there are 25 squares on a 5 by 5 board. Now, do you remember the numbers we came up with for 6 by 6? We had 36, and then for 7 by 7, we had 49. But let's see if that's right. Are you guys ready? Let's count by 2s. 2. Oh, you know what? Who can count by 3s here? Raise your hand if you can count by 3s. Do you think we can try to count by 3s? Let's try it. 3. Wait, hold on a second. I'm going to make this larger. Come on, what's 3 plus 3? 3 plus 3 is 6. Now, add 3 more to that.
9.
Nice, nice. Now add 3 more to that.
12.
Good.
12.
Now add 3 more.
15.
Wow, you guys are amazing. Do it again.
18. 18.
Wow. Do it again.
21.
21. Do it again.
24.
Wow. Valerie, man, you are really good at threes.
27. 27.
Do it again.
30.
30. Do it again.
30.
33,
3.
34, 35, and
36.
wow. I have to tell you, these square numbers are amazing. Now, I have a fun thing for us to do. Are you ready? We're going to actually count by fives here, but sevens are very difficult. So watch this. Are you ready? Let's go. 5. Say 5 out loud. And I'm going to try it with this. Ready? 5.
5.
Wait, hold on. I didn't like that. Let's try it again.
5.
5. 10.
5. 10.
15. Keep going.
15. 20.
20.
30.
20.
35,
Wait. Hold on a
40.
second, guys. Let's start from the top. Ready? 5. Wait, hold on. 5. 10. 15. 20. 25. Now let's go to the next one. Ready? 30 and 35. So now, what do you think we should count by now? What's 2 more than 35? What's 2 more than 35? Oh, wait a minute. Guys, I have a better idea. Why don't we do another 5? What's the next 5 after 35? Who knows the next 5 after 35? Raise their hand. Stella, do you know the next 5 after 35?
40.
Oh my gosh, 40 is right. And what's the next 5 after 40?
45.
And guess what, guys? We only have 4 more left. Ready? 46, 47, 48, and
49.
and guess what, guys? In a 7 by 7, there are exactly 49 squares. Unbelievable. So let's look at a great pattern. Remember, the special numbers that we just found can all be found on the hundredths chart. Remember, guys, we found a 1. What was the next square? A 2 by 2 square was what? Do you remember a 2 by 2?
4.
It was 4. And are you guys on page 10? Go to page 10 so you can circle. Everybody go to page 10. And I think that Larry, you have page 10. Stella, do you have page 10? And what about you, Alice? And Valerie, do you have page 10? All right, great, honey. Now, I want you guys to circle the first 2 square numbers, 1 and 4. Now, the next square number comes from a 3 by 3. Who knows what that square is? 3 by 3 is what? Say it out loud. Go ahead, Alice. 9. Everybody
9.
circle the 9. Now, the next square comes from a 4 by 4. And what is that, everybody?
16.
16. Everybody write it down. Now, I know for sure that Stella knows the next one because she was the first one to name a 5 by 5 square. You want to say it, Stella? What was the number of squares in a 5 by 5?
25.
Everybody circle 25. That's right. Now, who knows the next square number?
36.
Whoa, that's true. Write it down. Circle it. Who knows the 7 by 7? Who knows the 7 by 7? Say it out loud.
49.
Wow. And who knows the number of squares on a chessboard that are 1 by 1?
64.
Oh my
64.
God.
64.
You guys are amazing. Now, let's see. Does anybody see any patterns here? Does anybody see any patterns between these numbers? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64. And if you see a pattern, let me know. Do you guys see two numbers in between 1 and 4? So write a 2 in between there. How many numbers are between 4 and 9?
4.
How many numbers are between 9 and 16? Ready? Count with me. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many numbers are between 16 and 25? How many do you think? If there are 2 numbers between the first and 4 numbers between the second and 6 numbers between the third, how many do you think is going to be between the next? Go ahead, Stella.
9.
Not 9. 2, 4, 6,
8.
8. There are 8 numbers between 16 and 25. Now, Valerie, who thinks they can say how many numbers are between 25 and 36? Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
10.
So how many numbers are between 36 and 49? If there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, who said 12?
Me.
Wow, that's right. And how many numbers between 49 and 64? Come on. What's the next one? Go ahead, Larry. Go ahead, Larry.
14.
Oh, Larry, Valerie, Alice, and Stella, you guys are amazing. You found the pattern. Now, I've got a special challenge for you. Are you ready? We're gonna look at the Have you guys ever seen a multiplication table before? How many of you people know how to multiply? Go to page 14. Everybody go to page 14 right now.
4.
Now, on page 14, the square numbers are in a really, really special part. Who knows the first square number? 1 by 1 is what, everybody?
61.
Is 1. 2 by 2 is what?
4.
3 by 3 is what?
9.
4 by 4.
16. 16.
5 by 5.
25. 5.
6 by 6.
36. 36.
7 by 7.
49.
8 by 8.
64.
9 by 9.
81.
And 10 by 10.
100. 100.
Now, everybody go like this. Give me your two hands like this. Fists. Ready? Now, we're going to count the first 10 square numbers together. Ready? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, and 100. Are you ready? Close hands. Now, who can do it as fast as Mr. Kramer? Are you ready? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. Who can do that? Who wants to try? Who wants to try? Raise your hand if you want to try. Does anybody want to try? Come on, close hands. Let's do it. Ready, go. 1, 4, 9,
1, 4, 9, 16, 25,
36, 49, 94, 81, 100.
49, 64, 81, 100.
Wow. Now, what happens if I do this? Is it harder to do it now? Let's try it together. You ready? Go. 1, 4,
4,
9,
9,
16,
16,
25,
25,
36,
36,
49,
9,
64, 81,
100.
100. Now, I am going to take a stopwatch. You guys know what a stopwatch is? I'm going to hit the button and let's see how fast we can do it. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 4,
9, 16, 25, 36,
49, 64, 81, 100.
18.
Guys, you did it in 10.86 seconds. Now let's try it again. We'll do it faster. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 4.
1, 4, 9.
1499, 60, 25, 36, 49, 90, 64, 81, 100.
Stop. Wow. 12 seconds. Let's try it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Start with 1 and go.
1, 4, 9, 6, 25, 36, 49, 31, 100.
49, 64, 81, 100.
Guys, you just beat your time by 4 seconds. Now, what I want you to practice during the week is I want you guys to practice writing down your square numbers. And what's really, really fun to do, watch this, guys. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Do you want to see what I can do with this? I can make a 2 by 2 square around the 4. A 3 by 3 square around the 9. A 4 by 4 square around the 16. A 5 by 5 square around the 25. Doesn't that look like a lot of fun? So keep going, guys. After 25 comes what? Come on. 36, 49, 64, 81, and 100. Now, I want you guys to let's see if we could do this without looking. Are you ready? I'm going to go to a blank screen. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 1.
1,
4,
4,
9,
9,
16,
16,
25,
25,
36,
36,
49,
49,
54,
4,
81,
1,
and 100.
100.
Now, who can do it so fast that we can't even speak that fast? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. Let's try it again. Ready, go. 1, 4, 9,
9,
16,
6,
25,
5,
36, 49, 64, 81, 100. Now, guys, who is the coolest square number person in the world? And that would be your group. Nobody knows squares like you. Now, I just want to tell you something. I happen to love coloring. So if I were you, I would color in all of these concentric squares in a different color. And it looks quite beautiful, but I don't think that I'm the best colorer. So I would love to see you guys color in these concentric squares with better colors than Mr. Kramer. Now, I do have some special pens here. I have a rainbow pen. I have a smiley face. I have a snowflake, or flowers, I should say. And I have snowflakes. And finally, I have
Beautiful.
star. Oh, do you like that? And so I want to see what you guys can come up with. Can anybody make a more beautiful square pattern than Mr. Kramer? Because I think you can. I really, really think you can. Now, who loves square numbers here? Raise your hand. If you love square numbers, now, can you make a square out of your hands? Like, kind of like this. So I want you to find squares everywhere. For instance, look at the square that I just found. My charger, this is a square. Oh, look what else I found. My watch, everyone, my watch face is a square. Does anybody have any squares they can show me?
Hey, Dad.
Who has a square they can show me? Oh my God, that calculator almost looks like a square. What do you have, Valerie? How about you, Stella? Oh my God, Larry That's an awesome square. Oh, Alice, that's a cool one. That's definitely a square. How about you, Stella?
Charger is a square too.
Wait, what's that, Valerie?
My charger is a square too.
Cool. Oh my God, that's so cool. Wait a minute. Stella, are those stickies? Okay, Stella, I just want to tell you something. Oh my God, Valerie, stickies are the coolest squares there are. I want you to go find stickies and put them all over your house. Oh my God, look at Valerie's. Everybody, Valerie has a Rubik's Cube. And Alice, you have a sticker book that's a square. And I think Larry, you had like a chair or something that was a square. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Larry, is that a 3x3 square? Does that have 9 colors on it? And I love your Sharpie. Okay, guys, everybody, let's say goodbye to each other now. We're gonna say goodbye, and we're gonna say, let's have a great square week. And if you love squares like Mr. Kramer, you will live and breathe your squares. It was great to meet you. Bye, Larry. Bye, Stella. Bye, Alice. Bye, Valerie. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Love working with you guys. Bye, guys.